Go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time, a fun community of cosplayers bringing you podcast recordings where we'll talk about different themes such as animes, fandoms, the art of cosplaying, holidays, colors, and so much more. And not only that, this is an exciting season because this is season 5, and we have a bunch of exciting, very unique and different themes coming out for you all. So make sure that you're subscribed, stay tuned. Check out our other social media so you'll know when those videos are posted. So huzzah for season 5. I'm very, very excited to see what's in store. So today we're going to be discussing Pokemon, animation show, different video games, and all that fun stuff. But before we get into today's theme and all of that good stuff, I want to introduce our lovely guest NT Sippers here, starting with...
Hi everybody, I'm Naomi, but you guys know me as Wild Blast Cosplay. Over to whoever.
Hello, I am Maddie, but you probably know me as Mad Hatter Cosplays, and currently I am a inspired Bulbasaur cosplay today. I normally do cosplay Bulbasaur, but the outfit is not as comfortable to sit in for long periods of time in this scenario. So, and over to our lovely friend.
I almost forgot I muted my mic. Anyway, hi, I'm Springy. You might know me on Demon interviews primarily, because that's where I post more. He, him. I'm currently like a self-insert OC with Chimchar, who is just angelic today, as you can tell.
Monkey.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me for tea today in the first episode of Cosplay Tea Time Season 5. So, as always, my name is Jen. I'm today's host as well as the founder of Cosplay Tea Time. I go by she, her pronouns, excuse me. You can find me TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, Jen.Cosplays45. And today I'm Nora Valkyrie as a Pokemon trainer. So, this is a fun little outfit to get into, I will say. Alright, so with intros done and out of the way, we're going to start with 2 icebreaker questions, which the first one is, what was the first fandom you ever joined?
Oh, the first fandom I ever joined. I have to backlog on that, so move over. It might take me some time.
Okay. I think the first fandom I ever officially joined was Ruby. I think that was my first one, but I've always really loved anime and video games and all of that. But I think the first one I really got serious in was the Ruby fandom.
Kamen Rider. I do believe that was the first fandom that I put myself into that wasn't just talking with my friends, asking them, hey, do you know what this is? And they say, no, you're weird. Anywho.
I'm slowly getting there, little by little. Naomi, did you figure it out, or?
Yes, I remembered. I just looked up at my Funko Pops and it was like, oh yeah, that's right. I was completely obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! For the first few years it came out.
Nice. Exciting, exciting. Lots of variety. Haha. So mine is quite different. Mine was the Redwall fandom. It's medieval mice living in a abbey, so that was my very first fandom that I got into. But yeah, later on it became Hunger Games and all the young adult stuff, so very exciting. Alright, I gotta look at this real quick. Oh yes, this is an interesting and fun question, which is, what is your favorite holiday cosplay?
I do not have one.
I think my favorite holiday cosplay is Christmas, or the wintry season for those that don't celebrate Christmas. It's because there's so many fun variations you can do with it. I think those are my favorite.
Personally, I always love the Halloween whenever I see them. For my own Halloween, the only one I do right now is Grimjawn. I try to bust him out during Halloween. Doesn't always happen. But yeah, that's my primary one. But the Christmas ones are a close second, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I forgot about the Halloween one. I was gonna come in here with Christmas because I have like Elf Nora. I did Komi-san as like Santa because her birthday's on Christmas. But yeah, Halloween is also a fun time to like cosplay and do a bunch of variations of cosplays. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of good holidays because we haven't done like a holiday podcast recording yet this year, and we've skipped quite a bit of holidays. And that's funny because now I'm thinking about it, our last podcast recording was holidays. So thank you everyone still staying tuned. I know it's been a while, but we're back, baby. So, and with that, we're going to wrap up icebreakers and we're going to move into a little commercial break. So, see if I got this. Okay, so if this is your first time joining us for Cosplay Tea Time, welcome. Thank you for taking a moment out of your day as we take a moment out of our day. And we just come, we sit, we have tea, snacks, candies, food. I know Springy has his nachos and stuff, which is totally fine. So, we just take a moment, we get dressed up, or we just stay casual, whichever floats our boat. And then we'll talk about a specific theme, and then share advice, answer questions, share stories, experiences, tips and tricks, all that good stuff. And then we share that out there with folks in the cosplay community, or maybe they're interested in the cosplay community. So, with that being said, if you're a cosplayer and you like what you're hearing and you want to join, make sure to message Cosplay Tea Time on Instagram. You can check the link tree down below. I say Instagram because it's a bit easier to get messages. Sometimes TikTok's a little bit funky, but yeah, Instagram is where it's at. Or you can email us too. I just realized you can also email. Email works too. So I'll get that notification right away because I'm always in Gmail. I love Gmail here. Not sponsored, but yeah, Gmail is good. So just want to say too, thank you everybody who supported us. Hopefully you continue to support us throughout the year. We've got season 5, season 6 is on the chart right now, but we're focused on season 5. We're tuning in with season 5, so hopefully you all enjoy what's coming up next. So can't do it alone. So thank you again, Tea Sippers, for joining today. I appreciate it. Okay, and with that, we're going to get into today's theme, which is Pokemon Day, and this will be posted on National Pokemon Day, so February 27th, I believe, is our day. And just a quick couple little things. Sorry, I gotta look at my phone. I'm being rude, I know. So, Pokemon was first published in February 1996. Known as Pocket Monsters, the world is filled with various Pokemon to collect. Most famously is the story of Ash and his friends, along with his Pokemon, Pikachu, an electronic Pokemon, and how they go on adventures so Ash can become a Pokemon World Champion. So it's just a little bit of tidbit if it ever comes up on Jeopardy. There you go. So, a little bit of fun facts. I'm sure there's plenty more out there. But right now we're going to be sharing stories, experiences, and fun memories and all that. And we do that through questions, our lovely open-ended questions. But the first one being, Naomi, get ready. When did you first learn about / play Pokemon?
Oh, the first time I learned about Pokemon was like early on, literally right after the anime came out. And the first game I played was actually the first 2 games. I think it was Red and Blue.
So I similar to Naomi, where I very quickly with the anime, I was watching it. It was a lot of fun, but I never actually played any of the games until Sword and Shield. That was my first time actually playing a game, but I had known about them. I just never had like the consoles to play them because my family just was like, "Nah, you don't do that." But I loved watching the show and just continuing the adventures with that.
Probably like a lot of other people and like us so far. I did all start with the anime when I was very young. And then the first game I tried to play was Pokemon Platinum. And then I took a break from Pokemon for a little bit, came back when Pokemon Go was making its rounds when it first came out, when the servers barely could handle 5 people, let alone 5,000 at once. And then played Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, then Sword and Shield, Sun Moon, Ultra Moon, Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, Legends of Arceus, whoever. The big horse god man thing. Yeah. And yeah.
Saw kitty cat in the background. Let's see. So growing up, I was not allowed to watch Pokemon, play Pokemon. Just was not allowed. We didn't have gaming systems or anything. But when I went on a field trip, I forget where, but we were like on a very long bus ride. One of my friends had like a gaming console, and I don't remember which game because it was so many years ago. But I remember like playing Pokemon for the first time, like running around, like in the grass, like la di da, and then like it'd be like, oh, like you're in a battle now, and I'm like, what is this? I just want to run around and stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was like my first experience playing it, and then I'd see people play Pokemon, I'd hear about it and stuff, but I was like, no, I can't play that, I can't watch that. Until, of course, when we got our Nintendo Switch, we got Sword and Shield, and then, I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah. So I wasn't allowed to do it, but now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I'm just gonna see what it's all about. So good stuff. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of which, what was the first Pokemon you caught? But if you can't remember like which one you first caught, what is usually the starter Pokemon that you start the game with? Like water, fire, earth? Is it earth? I don't know. My brain slipped. So
I think the first Pokemon I caught, other than having like Charmander at the beginning of the game, was the grass type Bulbasaur.
So I usually get the grass type starter. That's usually what I go with across any game I've had. Um, so I think I usually I think the first one I ever caught was maybe a Rattata. That or a Pidgey. Like one of the very easy Pokemon, very easy kind of Pokemon at the beginning.
Other than starters, because I usually go with the fire or grass. None of the waters, other than like Greninja, have really spoken to me to be picked, and I never played X and Y, which is what the game he's from. So, normally I pick the fire. Sometimes I pick the grass, depending on how many times I've played it, because I usually get both versions. Because sometimes it's story differences and everything. So one I do fire, next one I do whichever my next favorite is. Which recently it's been the grass starter. Because I really loved Rillaboom. That was my first one, and then Brigatito was my Scarlet playthrough one. But my first Pokemon I ever caught, yeah, it's probably probably a Starly. If I had to guess, because I started with Platinum, and that's Gen 4, and that's Starly, or whatever the rat of the region is. I think that's Pat Rat or something. I'm not. Don't quote me. Don't hate me.
there's a lot of Pokemon, so it's hard to keep track of them all. So I need your Pokédex. So let's see. I don't remember what was the first Pokemon I ever caught, but usually I start with the water type. So Squirtle or anybody in that nature, I'm just like water type is my go-to. So that's what we're going with. Okay, so next up we have, do you currently collect or have you collected Pokemon cards?
Yes. Me and my sisters actually used to collect a ton of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but then we all just lost them during the move here to Ohio.
I never collected Pokemon cards, but my husband did at least. And currently, in our storage unit, there's a box of just Pokemon cards that he took that he's like, these are the ones I really care about. The other ones got thrown away or donated. I don't know what happened to them, but so he did collect Pokemon cards. I just never did.
I did for a little bit, mainly while I was working at Walmart because they were right there, and I got a discount. It wasn't a big discount. It was $4, but but I haven't really been collecting. The only cards I get is whenever like a kid at my work right now is like, "Hey, Mr. Springy, do you want a Pokemon card?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." And then they just hand me a Pokemon card. I'm like, "Okay." Like I could probably like grab like I've like it's not sweet. They're evil. They're making. They are tricking. They are trying to trick me and butter me up for whatever their plans are. But yeah, I haven't really bought a pack of Pokemon cards in a long time. Not since I think it was called like Hidden Fates, which was like the first time they were doing like shiny Pokemon in packs. That's where I actually got this. It's actually a container for Pokemon cards. Is it used for that? No. I put my old AirPods in here that don't work. But, you know?
All I could think of when you told this story was like, the small child uses distract. It's super effective. It works every time. Oh goodness. Let me see. Collected Pokemon cards? No. I mean, I know I had friends that collected them, and they'd show them off, and I'd just be like, okay. I don't know what any of this stuff means or anything like that, but it's cool if you like it. So I think I got a Pokemon card one time at a convention. Like somebody had like Pokemon cards. Said, here you go, you can have a Pokemon card. I was like, oh, thanks. It's an avocado. Thanks. So I don't know if there is an avocado Pokemon, but here you go. There's one. It's usually what they look like.
Yeah, there's actually a Japanese one you can tell because. Okay, horrible lighting. I'm sorry, but Japanese writing and also the back is different than the normal American ones. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually one of the ones the kids gave me.
Wow.
It's so sweet though. I'm thinking of you. You're like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I'm just making all kinds of references. I don't know what's going on.
You are. Awesome. I love it.
Okay, let's see. Next up, I'm going to be very, very kind because I know it's hard to pick just one. But what are your top 3 favorite Pokemon?
Top 3 favorite Pokemon. Litten, Sprigatito, Piplup.
Bulbasaur, completely. Ninetales, and Psyduck. I actually love that. I love Psyduck.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
Chimchar. Duskull. It's fine. Duskull caught him on the way down. They're fine. Right now, it would probably be what's his final form called? Not hold on. I have to look up his name real quick. It's gonna take me just a second, but I also realized that the rat I was speaking of was Bidoof. Skeledirge. I couldn't remember his name because I always name him Gowligator because that's based off of Power Rangers. So I'm just like, that's his name, like not the one I'm looking for. But yeah, those are my top 3 right now. It might change in 20 minutes.
Ask it again in 20 minutes. Don't appreciate how you yeeted those poor plushies.
They're fine. See, look, he's fine. He might have a small concussion, but it's fine. I don't even know where Duskull went.
You gotta take him to the health clinic.
Yes. They have been not gonna get into that. Okay. Yay. See, look, they're fine. They're fine. Okay. Might have a concussion.
Alright. Let's see. Top 3 Pokemon is definitely Squirtle. It's number 1. My child. Bulbasaur is number 2. And Pikachu is number 3. And just like how he just goes around going Pika Pika and stuff. So I think it's so adorable. Let's see. This one might be a tricky one. But which Pokemon game is your favorite?
Black and white.
Considering I've only finished playing one, Sword and Shield.
Legends Arceus. It's great.
Check it out later. I'm the same with Mad Hatter cosplays, Sword and Shield. I've only played Sword, but yeah, I finished it. Thought I'd go back and run around and get the Pokemon, and I never picked it up in like 3 years. So, but maybe whenever February 27th rolls around, maybe I'll log in for a little bit. So, we'll see. We shall see. Next up, we have, what is your favorite Pokemon show/movie?
My favorite Pokemon movie would probably have to be no, it's not a movie. It's one of the episodes where like Celebi transports a young Professor Oak to the future. I don't remember the title, but that episode was great.
I think my favorite like Pokemon show would probably be the OG, like when it like the first iteration that we know of or here in the States. It kind of just like anything with Ash until they like changed like the look of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the look of everything. That's kind of where I was like I kind of veered off and I was like, not really my thing. And I honestly don't really remember the movies. I don't know if I ever actually watched them or if I just like saw snippets from them. So, but OG show mainly.
I had to look up the name because I did not remember it. Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. That one's my current favorite one. I don't know why. It's just the. I don't know.
Just a favorite. I'm trying to get into watching like Pokemon shows, but I did watch a movie. It was by Netflix. Again, not sponsored, but it's like Mewtwo Strikes Back or Comes Back or something. So I did watch that a couple years back, and it was nice. It's very adventure and stuff. So, Springy, what is it?
Detective Pikachu.
Oh, that's
my favorite.
right.
With Ryan Reynolds as
yeah,
Pikachu.
Forgot about that.
That's the best.
I just was thinking movie. That. I was just thinking like, wait, there's another one. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That one's also like really good. I appreciated that one very much.
I have to go look it up later on. See where it's at. Completely forgot about that. So thank you, Spree. I was like, oh gosh. Let's see. I got 2 more questions. The first one being, what would you do in the Pokemon world? So if we all traveled to the Pokemon universe, what would be some of the things you would do?
I would definitely bully Gary Oak because in the like first few episodes he was such a jerk.
Yes, he was. I think I would probably try and just get like a Pokemon companion and then like just travel, not really battle, but just like travel and research. I think that's kind of just something very fun for that world where it's like, here's all these Pokemon. I'd like to learn more. I just want to learn. I don't want to battle. I just want to learn.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm just carrying on from that. It wasn't inappropriate. It's just it's
okay.
Fine. Anywho, probably very similar to what Matt Hatter said. I'll probably be like, "Where's my monkey? Where's my monkey?" And then once I get this monkey, I'll be like, "Where's my other monkey?" Get this monkey, get the Grookey, get the Duskull. Be happy. Get the monkeys.
Monkeys.
Yes, the monkeys.
Monkey.
Monkeys.
I just see Springy stomping around like, where's my monkeys?
Where's my monkey? You, and like I just like see one in the tree, just like you, you will get in my ball.
It's like giving "you're coming home with me" vibes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh goodness. Let's see. What would I do? I know in Sword and Shield you can make like curries and stuff, and I know I did that for like the longest time. I think I spent like half a day just trying to craft like all the different curry recipes. So that's what I would do. I just set up camp, my little Squirtle pal. We just make a bunch of curry and overeat, and then somewhere in the mix I would collect a Snorlax and then just like take a nap on Snorlax. That just sounds so perfect. That would be my adventure. It's just eat and sleep.
I love that.
So, yeah. Okay, lastly we have, which Pokemon are you waiting to evolve?
That's the thing. I stopped playing the games right after Sun and Moon came out, so I would have to say the Eevees. Like, I need to evolve my Eevees.
I honestly don't know if there's a Pokemon that I like wait to evolve. I know that my husband at one point he didn't evolve his starter Pokemon because he wanted to see how far he could take it without evolving it. I think every time that I get a Pokemon, if I can, I try and evolve it because then it's nice to just have that for battling purposes. But if I just have to, if I'm just walking around, I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep my Pokemon. It's fine. I don't mind. So, yeah.
The only time I ever wait to evolve a Pokemon is whenever I get like whenever you're doing like Community Day in Pokemon Go, which is a day where there's one Pokemon that's spawning a lot, and their shinies are either now available or just a higher rate. So I sometimes I wait to evolve a few of them to be like, okay, now I have one of each. I have a shiny Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. I have stuff like that. But yeah, pretty similar to Mad most of the time. Like if I get my monkey,
Monkey.
he'll be turned into an Infernape. If I get other monkey, he'll be turned into Rillaboom. Dusk Noir. How would that happen in real life? I don't know. Like I would have to physically trade him with somebody. I would only trust who I call the J team. With it's not like Team Rocket. It's not that. It's Jen and then my mom, Jen.
Oh.
I only trust the J's.
Oh, that's very sweet. Very sweet. Just a lot. Let's see. I don't know who I'm waiting to evolve because I haven't played the game in years. So whoever's waiting there, I think I wanna. If I do play again, like the fairy Pokemons. The fairy Pokemons, like the more they evolve, like in my opinion, like the more pretty and very flowy and very glittery. I think that's why I like it's just like shiny Pokemon, even though it's not technically as shiny like Springy was saying, but it's just like pretty. I want, I crave, give. So yeah,
You're coming home with me.
Exactly. You're all coming home with me. Take all the Pokemon home. So it's actually funny because while Mad Hatter Cosplays was talking, I actually thought of another question. I don't know if I want to ask it here right now or should I wait until after do
I
it?
say go for it.
Okay.
Go
So
for it.
let's see. One more question, I promise. At least for me. Who is your favorite Pokemon trainer, or who would you want to spend a day with, Pokemon trainer wise?
Oh, wow, this is a difficult question for me because I love 3 of the like Pokemon trainers slash gym leaders. I love the brothers Silent and Chili and Crest, but honestly, if I had to pick one, Chili.
I have to look up really quick what the leaders' names are because I am terrible about remembering them. Like I can give you a look, but I'm like I don't remember names very well. Give me like a hot sec.
Yeah, go
I
for
try
it.
and figure out which person this is.
Yeah.
So I actually really liked Clara. It's a poison type gym leader from the Galar region. She was fun. I actually like her design. At least was a lot of fun. So I I think I more so go with like designs for the gym leaders versus like their personalities because a lot of them it's like I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna like all this. I'm like I just like the look. You look cool. Yeah, we're fun.
Hmm.
Um, either Eno, which is the new electric type trainer from Scarlet and Violet. Because that'd be because they basically tried to make a social media influencer as a Pokemon gym leader, and their challenge was actually pretty interesting. It basically like find what like where's Waldo, which was pretty fun. So I'd be able to interview them on my show. The other one would be Ash. Other than it, they share like my actual name and everything. Yeah, but yeah.
Yep. Sounds good. Okay, yeah, and I also had to cheat and look at my phone to figure out it's Sword and Shield, because again that's the only game I played, but the water Pokemon trainer Nessa, like I like her design, I like her personality. It would just be so cool just like hang out and just train baby squirtles all day. So also the little town's so cute that she stays at. So it'd be very, very exciting. Okay, I promise you that was all my questions for now. So promise, promise. I just was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. So, but yes, just want to say we're done with the questions for now. But as always, I like to turn over to the guest and tea sipper, see if they have questions for folks in the tea room, as we like to call it here, or even questions for the chat. So, Naomi.
My question is for the community. What was the first Pokemon game that you played? Like,
Cool. Leave that in the comments. All right, Mad Hatter.
Uh, I would for the community as well as for our tea sippers and guests. If you've cosplayed a Pokemon, or if you want to cosplay Pokemon, what is a Pokemon you would cosplay? Because I've cosplayed Bulbasaur, and that is so much fun for me. But I know not everybody can like wants to cosplay a Pokemon, but if you have, what is one you like?
mm, definitely Shiny Sylveon.
Very nice.
Um, Monkey.
Monkey.
Like also like any of like the bipedal Pokemon in my mind would be like, the easier ones to do without going into a different direction. Like if you go in like just pure like making a suit that is Infernape, one of them would be the easiest. But if you're talking more like makeup wise and just like inspirational by, then it would probably be like Garatina or like Dusk Noir. Any of the creepy looking ones is the ones I want to do. Shocking, I know.
I have so many thoughts now. I'm like, the safe answer is Squirtle, of course, but I don't know. I would like to try an Eevee cosplay because I've seen so many amazing Eevee cosplayers, but it's like I don't have the type of look for that. So I think I'm gonna go Jigglypuff. I'd just be a big pink puffy ball with just big blue eyes, and I feel like that would be the Pokemon Nora would have. It's just this big pink puffy ball Pokemon. So I'm gonna go Jigglypuff. Yeah, that was a fun question. Thank you. Did you have any other questions? Okay,
Nope, we're good.
Springy.
Okay, it is time for the Q&A section. Now,
Oh,
I'm going to
God.
ask you guys a question. There is multiple correct answers. So, my first one is, who was the first Pokemon?
I want to say either Pikachu or Caterpie.
I was thinking Pikachu or the dragon one. Like the big buff dragon looking dude.
Is it Mew?
Mew is one of the answers.
Okay.
Because there's like multiple routes you can take with it.
Yeah.
Because there's
Like-
Mew, who was the first genetic ancestor for every Pokemon. There's Bulbasaur, who is literally the first in the Pokedex. There is Arceus, who made everything. And then there's Rhydon, who was the first Pokemon ever like designed.
Okay. Nice.
Bulbasaur.
And this is the only other quiz question I'll make people do. That I will force people to do.
Oh my god.
Who is the Pokemon of time? Who is the ruler of time?
Oh god.
I know I went to Cardcaptor Sakura. I'm like, I don't know, but
Same here. I went there
Wrong
too.
series.
I'm serious.
That's a different podcast.
Sakura.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't know enough. Sorry. Redhead.
I'm trying to think.
Save us.
I'm trying.
Would you like a hint?
Yeah.
Love a hint. I would love a hint. That would be great.
This Pokemon can be caught in 5 different games, not counting any extra things, not counting like extra DLC things.
Okay, can I ask a follow-up question is it part of the original 151?
No.
Okay. But I have no clue because I am terrible at any of the new Pokemon.
No.
It is Dialga. He can be caught in Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond, and Legends Arceus. I meant to say 3. But like you can get him in Pearl or Shining Pearl, I do believe.
Okay.
Oh, Platinum too, so 4. Okay, now I'm gonna make you do one more. It's an easier one. What is the Pokemon based off of Sun Wukong?
Wait, from Ruby?
Well, based on the same thing as he's based on.
So wait, so his Pokemon's based on a character that's Sun.
Okay, so Sun Wukong is a deity, literally, and then Sun from Ruby and this Pokemon, they both take inspiration from that one monkey man. He's also known as the Monkey King.
Chimchar.
All I hear is monkey.
I'm just like, monkey. Yeah, Chimchar.
Yeah.
Chimchar. Yay! Matt Hanna got it! Woohoo!
Chimchar and Infernape but like the line is all of them, all fire monkeys.
Monkey!
Because the monkey!
Yeah. The monkey!
Oh my god.
Just Donkey gets replaced with a monkey, just like, monkey!
Mousie's gonna be watching this like, what? I'm being replaced? No, Mousy, never ever. No, Mousy has some new friends this season. Wink, wink.
Monkey!
Okay, and that's all the questions I'll torture you guys with for right now.
Well, thank you. This was Trivia Hour with Springy.
It's always Trivia Hour with Springy.
Oh, goodness. Alrighty. So, yep, we're going to wrap it up here. We'll put those questions down in the chat for you all to answer. So, hopefully, try to do the outro the right way. So, just want to say thank you to our guests and tea sippers for joining me for tea today. It was fun to talk about different stories and experiences and the history behind Pokemon as well. So, always interesting. Like I said before, season 5, we're rocking and rolling now. We're on that train track or whatever you want to call it. I don't know where I'm going, but we're going somewhere. So hopefully you all stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, follow our lovely guests and tea sippers. But as always, we hope everyone's taking care, staying safe, and as always, keep sipping away. Bye, everyone.
Bye.